Look, it's a bunch of flim-flam.
And bullshit.
A bunch of bullshit.
But at least it passes the time.
Comedy bang bang, 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 comedy bang bang.
Welcome to the show. I'm Scott Aukerman. Across the desk from me is Mr. Paul F. Tompkins.
We bought a desk. You know that movie we bought a zoo?
Yeah,
this is like that, but with a desk.
Well, far less interesting, but more compelling somehow.
It is somehow more compelling. You know why? Because the drawers are filled with tiny zoo animals.
It's true.
They're alive, but shrunken down.
I think I knew someone, or maybe I was dating someone whose friend told me the story that they were in San Francisco and they bought a desk with their significant. They were moving in with their girlfriend and they went out to a furniture store and bought a desk. And they were so excited. They were moving in together. And when they went up to pay for it, the person behind the counter said, the desk has been taken care of by that gentleman over there. And they look over and it's Joe Montana. And he says, you guys are so cute together. And you remind me of when I got together with my wife that I just wanted to buy this desk for you. That I feel like this is a story someone told me at some point, but someone with whom I do not speak any longer, as they were perhaps a friend of a previous relationship or something. But I think that's a true. And if you're out there and it's you, we want to hear from you.
Also, if Joe Montana's listening,
Joe, hit us up. Buy us a desk.
That is simultaneously the most and least romantic thing I've ever heard.
Most from in which side of it? Most and least from.
Well, most because the idea that your love would inspire someone to buy a high-ticket item like a desk.
Right, because this must be $1,500 or something, you know?
But also, it's a boring thing.
Yeah, I know. It's not like you're like, hey, buy them a drink, which is kind of romantic in a way.
Or dinner, like their dinner's on me, and you look over, oh my God, Joe Montana.
Joe Montana. No, it's like, but he bought them like a $1,500 desk.
Yeah, it's weird.
And then he explained himself, and it was romantic.
It is romantic, but I don't know. Because I'm picturing like the harsh fluorescent lights.
Harsh glare of the department store eye.
Unless it was a candlelit department store.
It may have been.
Which sounds beautiful.
Sounds beautiful, but it is a fire hazard.
Like if you go to a Staples and it's lit by candles.
Oh, it's just beautiful.
They have like those old-fashioned gas lamps, you know?
Oh, yeah, you would love it. You would never want to leave Staples.
You would love it. You would want to leave Staples.
The Murphy Group. I know you're 17, but come on. I choose to believe it. And I think Joe Montana... Is that who I'm thinking of? Because he's San Francisco? It's got to be him, right?
From the 49ers?
Yeah, from the 149ers.
Yeah.
Anyway, wonderful story, and I choose to believe it. So I'm going to.
But that couple, maybe not still together?
Probably not. I mean, what are the odds? 50-50.
You know what I think happens? Because this sounds familiar to me now. I think Joe Montana...
Familiar to me now. The islands. Familiar to me now.
Read them. I think that Joe Montana was buying people desks as a gag.
All day.
They were all...
Was it part of a prank show?
It was part of a prank show that never aired.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
It was Joe Montana's jacking the desk.
So he was jacking it?
No.
Okay.
There was a puppet in the desk that was jacking it.
Oh, got it.
You'd open up a drawer and then a puppet would pop out.
But they never picked up the pilot, so the puppets never popped out? Is that what?
No, people did get those desks and they took them home.
Oh.
Here's what would happen is the camera crew would follow that. First, the camera crew was there, hidden cameras, watching Joe follow the desk. Then they have to follow them home. And then before the people go into their house and say, please, can we just go in there real quick?
Can we just go? Yeah, let us just watch you open this desk.
Can we not? Well, they couldn't tip it off.
Sure.
They had to come up with an excuse to get into the home.
Can we borrow some sugar?
Can we borrow some sugar with you outside?
And then they would put the jack
And then they were
in the desk there?
The jack is already in the desk.
So what are they doing? Just setting up a hidden
They're
cam?
setting up the cameras.
Oh,
yes.
got it. This is a good show. Why did this not get picked up?
Well,
Joe Montana's Jack of the Desk.
It was politics.
Oh, yeah.
It was politics.
Yeah. Republican?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a grain embargo from the
tariffs.
The empire.
The empire from the Grand Moff.
The Grand Moff himself stopped by and said, this show will not air.
Well, I choose to believe that. I think Joe Montana is out there just buying desks for people.
Yeah. Well, it's sad now because he's lost his mind.
It's true. If you could be out there and buy a desk for someone, would you? What a question.
God damn.
If you could be out there,
if I could be out there
and buy a desk for someone, would you?
Would I do it? I like to think that I would. But am I ever going to be in that situation?
Are you ever going to be out there?
I don't know if I'm going to be out there.
If you could be out there and buy a desk for someone,
I
would
mean,
you?
I'm in these streets for sure.
Right, definitely.
I don't know if I'm buying desks though.
I don't know if you're going to be out there though. If you could be out there.
If I could be out there buying desks for people, would I? I hope so. But I don't know.
We have lost our minds by the fourth episode. If you don't know
right on schedule.
How Paul and I do this is you're listening to these over a 2-week period.
I hope.
We tape them all back to back.
Why people should listen to these back to back. Save them up.
With their loved ones, back to back.
All of your loved ones stand back to back.
And then you walk 50 paces.
That's right.
Turn around and fire.
Turn and fire. Shoot yourselves.
Shoot yourselves.
Shoot each other. Oh, that's creepy.
Shoot him.
That's creepy.
Shoot him.
Yelling. With squirt guns.
Well, of course. Safety.
Filled with bleach.
Ooh.
That was a thing. I feel like that was a thing the kids were doing.
Squirt guns filled. Oh, to stain someone's clothes so that.
No, I think to blind them.
Oh.
Listeners are invited to choose their top 10 favorite episodes, and we put those through the computer. And I mean, there are a lot of computers involved. The listeners do it on a computer. Yeah. I check it on a computer. There is
then that paper tape comes out.
Certainly.
Don't ask the computer to define love because it'll make it start to like pop and sizzle and spark.
That's the one thing. If you own a MacBook Air or something, please do not do that. The MacBook, the Apple Store is tired of people coming in here going, "Oh, I asked my computer to define love."
I was told Apple Care would cover this problem.
That's all I want my computer to do.
So, what am I trying to say? People know how voting works. Why do I go through this every year?
You know what, Scott? I don't know if people know how voting works because our system is broken.
I would rather live on my feet than die on my knees.
I would Yeah, me too. Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
Because being on your knees kind of hurts after a while.
Yeah.
After a while.
6 years since that first one. Does that
do tell?
Well, I'm going to ask. Is that?
Oh, okay. Oh, please, yeah. Do ask.
Thank you. I think I can't. I guess I need an app. Oh no!
Oh, we are so far up our own buttholes.
No. Oh my god!
All right.
Now it starts to feel like it's a disorder. You know what I mean?
I know.
Like
this whole podcast feels like a disorder to me.
Well,
like, what am I trying to prove?
Yeah.
Are you a paranoid schizophrenic?
I mean, define paranoid schizophrenic.
Oh, okay, sure. A person who has something wrong in their brain where they see and hear things that are not existing in the real world?
Okay, by that definition, I guess so.
Yeah, that's very specific, so yes, you are
okay,
one.
Okay, now.
You're hearing things. You are hearing Satan's voice commanding you.
What is, I know we got to get to the countdown, but what is real?
Well, I'm not sure that you are.
I might be imaginary.
Because I might be a paranoid schizophrenic. Are you fucking
kidding me that I'm imaginary and I'm a paranoid schizophrenic?
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
That's what I've imagined.
Stop imagining that.
It's a Westworld situation where I need you to have flaws in order to make you more real.
When do I get to wear pants instead of this dress?
I'm sorry, but never.
This is very practical.
I love you in the dress. Love is thicker than water. That's right. Right around Valentine's Day,
Valentine's Day.
That's right. Is it Valentine's Day?
It's the time of year for Valentine's.
I had I've been calling it Valentine's.
It's Valentine's.
Wait, it's the time of year for Valentine's.
That's right.
So Valentines are a thing, but they call it Valentine's.
You give each other Valentines on Valentine's Day.
You may be mistaken on this.
I doubt I am.
Who can say?
Who can say?
Certainly not I. No, not the likes of you.
Certainly not. Only God can say.
Only God can judge us. Do you think he's out there judging us?
Oh, yeah, I do. If I know him.
This God guy?
Very judgmental.
Very judgmental guy.
Like, that's all he cares about.
That's all he cares about is creating us. First of all, he creates us.
Yeah. To judge us?
Just to judge us?
Just to judge us?
Just to judge us?
God, you created us?
Just to judge us? We are going out of our minds.
It's happening.
We've been here for 10 hours doing this.
Time. And
it's late at night.
Yes.
We are slap happy.
Apparently, I'm married. I just look down. There's a ring on my finger.
We've been slapping each other as well.
And we're happy about it. What slap happy, I guess, implies that you've been slapped so many times that you're
just out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess to me,
you're slap happy.
It sounds more like you are excited to be slapping people.
That's right.
Which I am.
That's true. I guess we're all a little bit slap happy.
It cannot be denied that it's fun to slap people.
It is. I slapped Casey Wilson the other night on stage. Mm-hmm. It was planned.
Sure.
But she had that kind of thing in rehearsals. Like, she was like, I don't really take to like that kind of physical thing. Like she was worried I was going to escalate. You know how some people get on stage and the adrenaline is in there and like it escalates.
Oh, you mean assholes? Yes. Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
And they escalate it and they actually like, and I've been in that situation where I've been hit in something.
As have I.
The person in rehearsals is like, oh no, it's going to be really easy. And then they're just straight up hitting you. Mm-hmm. So she had that look of fear in her eyes, but I kept it controlled.
I've had people that I've had to hit who have encouraged me, like, really hit me.
Yeah.
And to the point where I was like, this is a weird thing for you. You're making me the unwitting pawn in your weird sex fantasy.
You talking about Paget?
Oh, God.
What about Jesus Christ Superstar?
That, I remember my 8th grade teacher. I went to Catholic school. Mm-hmm. And my 8th grade teacher, who was not a clergy person, played that recording for us. Ooh, the original cast recording.
Spicy.
It was a little spicy because it was like, it was very challenging.
What was the point of
her sexist?
Wait, is the doctor a woman?
That's right. That's why I couldn't operate on her. Because I am an Orthodox Jew and she is not my wife. So I cannot touch her.
My wife fighting headlights. Someone requested a strung together clips of all the times we say my wife on the show. A supercut of my wife's. And I can tell you, I do not want to go through and look up the time code for all those.
Who would? And also just hearing it by itself. It's all going to sound the same for the most part.
My wife.
There, you just saved everybody a lot of time.
Yeah. But if you want to make a supercut, have at it. Yeah. I can't do it myself.
Hey, if you're a mentally ill person, here's something to occupy your time.
Put down your perpetual motion machine and work on this for a minute.
Stop looking at people as if they're the devil and plotting ways to discourage them from the earth. Scourge them. Purge them from
Purge
the earth.
them. What is going on with your mouth?
I'm hungry. I haven't eaten lunch yet.
Scourge.
The Scourge. Remember from SNL? That great sketch? The Scourge.
The Scourge. The Scourge. Not the Wandering Jew curse.
Oh, wandering. One of my favorite things on Reddit, you'll see the comments and you can view them by different categories. You can view them by old, by new, and my favorite is best.
Best.
Who's deciding what the best comments are?
What if there was someone on the internet who was just like wandering around and judging every comment on everything and just...
The Wandering Jew. He wanders the earth judging comments.
What is the story of the wandering? I don't even want to say it.
I don't know.
It's a holiday thing though, right? Isn't it?
I don't think it's a holiday thing.
Oh, okay.
I think it's just like a legend, and it's like he denied our Lord.
Oh, okay, and he's forced to wander the earth,
wander around, and then
throughout time immemorial.
Yeah, and then they named a plant after him.
They did. Which plant?
The Wandering Jew.
That's a plant?
Yeah, there's a plant called
People
the Wandering
call
Jew.
A plant that?
Yeah.
That seems like it should be changed in 2018, at least 2019. What's the plant look like?
I don't know. I'm going to look it up. There was some dude, one of these white supremacist dudes on Twitter that said something to me. And to
me?
To me?
Sock it to me?
He blinded me with white supremacy?
Supremacy! Supremacy! He blinded me with white supremacy? Time to bring it back, Dolby.
There is a guy named Frank Pulaski who is
the third?
Yeah, I believe so.
Who puts together, he does these really wonderful videos.
Videoizations, he calls them. He has done on numerous occasions. He has taken audio of us doing the Star Wars Cantina theme and put that over video.
Of Star Wars.
Yes, and I have, and various other things.
Right.
And I have on my YouTube channel, Paul F. Tompkins, go to my YouTube channel. I have a playlist that's called The Cantina, and it's every one that he has done.
Oh, I got to see that.
Yeah,
I didn't know
so
you
can
had a
watch
YouTube
them all.
channel.
Yeah,
I got to get one of those.
well, I look forward to your text on how much you enjoy it.
I'll text him. He's the one who made it. You're just the server.
I collected them all into a playlist. Don't I get credit for that? I'm Ball Droid. I gotta roll on out of here. What if he sounds like that?
Hey, I'm Ball Droid. I wouldn't put it past him.
over here.
Do you think there'll be anything weirdly cute like Jar Jar in these Star Wars things?
I can't imagine there would be.
They have to be going really far on the other. I mean, there will be some comedy, don't you?
I think there will be. They'll go far the other way, and something that's just disgusting, like a thing you don't want to look at. Just a thing that's like got pustules and weeping sores, and constantly mucus is coming out of its
or like
nostrils.
Jabba the Hutt's mom will be there and like with her open legs, and Jabba will be coming out of her.
Yeah, Mabba the Hutt. We'll see his
wide
birth.
vagina.
We'll see his birth, even though it's in the future.
Well, it'll be video.
Yeah, they're gonna gather around, look at a video of Jabba the Hutt's birth.
Han and Chewbacca.
Yeah. Hey, you got to see this.
Hey, Chewie, get over here. Well, I look forward to that 45-minute scene where they watch Jabba the Hutt's birth video.
45 minutes.
Yep.
It's pretty easy as labors go.
Yep.
That's not so bad.
Not so bad.
Do you think it was natural?
No, I think it was a C-section.
Oh.
You have to. You know, those Hutts, they're a lot like Boston Terriers. They cannot be born without a C-section.
Is that true?
That is true, my friend.
Why can't Boston Terriers be born natural?
Something to do with the proportions of their body. It's an unfortunate part of the Boston Terrier, which
it's
makes...
not that they're like biting on the way out.
No.
Like,
oh, God.
But they're puppies. They're like little tiny puppies.
It's something to do with the way the mother, the construction of their body, I believe. Now, to be fair, I'm talking from a position of ignorance on this. I own a Boston Terrier.
Oh, but then let me say stuff. Here's what I heard it was, is that a gypsy cursed Boston Terriers
thinner.
Directly to the uterus.
Thinner uterus.
Yeah. Thinner. I looked up the Wandering Jew, the guy.
Okay.
And it's quite something.
You're a little chuckling to yourself about this guy.
The idea of it is ridiculous.
All right, just hit us with this.
All right.
What do we got?
The Wandering Jew is a mythical immortal man whose legend began to spread in Europe in the 13th century. The original legend concerns a Jew who taunted Jesus on the way to the crucifixion.
On the way?
And was then cursed to walk the earth until the second coming.
Cursed by whom? That sounds mean.
I mean, presumably Jesus.
That sounds like a mean thing to do.
Jesus did one time get mad at a fig tree for not having figs.
Okay.
And he made it die.
Okay, but it's not a sentient, unless it's some sort of Groot situation.
It was not Groot.
It was not Groot.
Yeah.
Okay, but you'll know Groot.
By the Trail of Dead.
But this, okay, let's...
This is a guy, so Jesus is dragging his cross to be crucified on it. That's, by the way, that's fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Like, here's what we're going to do. We're going to crucify
kill you, but you
all the way over there. And you got to hoof it. You got to drag this thing up there.
It's part of the indignity of crucifixion.
Yeah.
But I guess what I mean to ask is, if this is a story concocted by Christians and followers of Christ, it's not a good look, Jesus.
No, but it doesn't say that Jesus did it. It could be that just
who's cursing? Who else has the power of curses?
As a result of
is it that gypsy and Thinner?
Of course, God. Thinner. Wonder.
So it's Jesus's dad? God?
I guess so.
Jeez.
I guess so.
This is okay, but that's what I mean to say is if you're on the side of Jesus,
Which I am.
Okay, just
I want that out there. I want that out there. I'm on the side of Jesus.
It's not a good look on Jesus.
No, it's not.
And if you're on the other side, it must be a Jewish myth. Like these Christians, they cursed our people.
It's an interesting take. That's an interesting take. Here's how bad these Christians are.
They cursed one of us.
They cursed one of us to wander
with their
forever
magic powers
until Jesus comes back from,
Also, if you are Jewish and you think that Jesus has the power to curse people,
there we go.
Then he must be the Son of God.
Exactly.
Then why are you Jewish?
Why are you Jew? But I love the idea of like, so Jesus is carrying the cross, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's like this guy on the sidelines going, ha ha, Jesus.
Look at you. You can barely carry that thing.
You look stupid. and then this guy's cursed.
Just cursed.
Just to wander around.
And he can't even buy a home?
I don't know. I guess it's that after a while people begin to talk like, hey, how come you haven't aged?
I guess so there's been...
Are you the wandering Jew?
There's been a little over 2,000 years since Jesus died, since 33 AD.
Yeah. Seemed like yesterday.
And then approximately 1,000 years before that, when the earth was created?
Yeah.
So, but in 2,000 years, do you think you could get to every place? He's probably on foot.
In 2,000 years, yes.
So in 2,000 years, you could cover the entire globe. How are you going to get
especially when air travel comes along.
How are you going to get to those islands? Are you going to become an astronaut?
Not on purpose. I mean, you end up on those islands.
What if Larry Hagman was the wandering Jew?
Oh my God. That's why I got the liver transplant.
I've seen the picture, but where did you meet him?
I met him.
Oh, sound effects.
Track 14?
Track 14, I believe. Let's hear a little bit of track 11, though.
Oh, sure. You want to hear track 11?
Yeah, play a little 11 if you would. Ooh, that's track 14 mixed with track 11.
Mashup.
Very nice.
I think we're almost there. I want to listen back to this later, but I think that might be...
So a 15-track sound effect record?
That might be the definitive track 11.
That might be, yeah.
No, just track 11 I'm talking about.
Oh,
we still have those other tracks. We're
trying to make 99 on this CD.
Yeah, that's right.
We're only up to 15.
Number 9.
Number 9. Number 9. What a weird rumor that Paul McCartney was dead and that no one was, and people believed it?
Yeah.
And they believed it because of a picture he took where he was out of sync with the other Beatles.
Yeah.
Like I've never understood the logic of that. They took that as evidence. He's out of step with the other Beatles.
Yes.
He's got all these things different than the other Beatles.
The license plate on the car in the picture was a clue, and
but here's what I don't understand.
He's got his shoes off. And
if he were dead, he wouldn't have been able to take that picture.
I think they supposed right after the picture was taken, he died
because he was out of step with everyone, and there were so many differences.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any
all
sense.
All of those things together.
All those things made him have an aneurysm.
Caused his death. Yeah. Well, we don't know. We don't know what the cause is.
It's
all
so
we know is they
strange.
covered it up.
When he actually remember, when he turned 64.
Yeah.
Every headline was Paul is 64 or whatever. Do you think when he actually passes away, rest in power, that the headlines are Paul is dead?
1,000% they are.
They will be, won't they?
For sure.
And we hope it doesn't happen. I mean, 2016 was bad enough. We certainly hope that 2017 does not mean that we lose a Beatle, because we've already lost one. John Lennon's still around.
Now,
as fans of the show know.
That's right. Now, when Paul McCartney turned 64, did he fulfill all of the things that were in the song?
Well, I don't know if the person he was singing to still needed him.
Well, that's true, because it's a question.
Yeah.
It's all a question to...
It's all a question.
It's a second person song.
Like, are you going to still love me?
Will you still need me? Will you still feed me?
Feed me, yeah.
But then he's also saying things like...
you'll be older too.
You'll be older too. We'll have grandchildren, and their names will be Vera, Chuck, and Dave.
Is that really the lyrics?
Very specific.
Did that come to pass?
I don't know.
I don't know. Find out. Yeah, that's true.
I think he's got grandchildren.
Does he have grandchildren?
He's got a daughter.
He does have a daughter.
She's like, she's old enough. You know what I'm saying? Like,
she hasn't been Zoltard, if you know what I mean.
When I was watching Star Wars: The Force Awakens, The character of Ray,
Episode 7.
played by Daisy Fuentes, played by Daisy Ridley.
Yep.
I guess this speaks to where I am in my life, that I felt very paternal towards that character.
Oh, you're like, watch out, hun.
Well, it was not so much that I was worried for her. I was proud of her.
Oh,
Isn't
yes.
that weird?
Yeah, I understand.
Like she's a beautiful young woman, but I wasn't having.
You weren't like, oh man, I'd love to be John Bogea.
Yeah, I wasn't like having.
Begoya.
I wasn't having a crush on her.
Yeah. It was
more like I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
and I was like, I would like to walk her down the aisle.
And I hope you do.
Wouldn't that be weird?
If you're out there, by the way, and by the way, if Tatiana Maslany is a fan, maybe she is. You know?
If you get married, I would be honored to walk you down the aisle.
Yeah, but first, Daisy Ridley.
But that's where. Well, look, they're all my daughters. That's how I feel about it.
They're all my sons.
All these young. No sons. I don't feel paternal.
You know that reference, don't you? All My Sons from the play All My Sons.
Never seen it?
I believe the last line.
Never seen it. I'm not familiar with it.
They were all my sons.
Is that truly the last line?
I think it was, yeah. I believe it is. It's right before he's let off to jail. Spoiler alert!
That's a big spoiler.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know who is let off to jail.
For war crimes.
Is it their dad?
Yeah.
All the sons' dad?
Yeah. Because he spoiler alert, he made his riches during the war selling like shitty parts for planes that all fell out of the sky.
During World War II?
During World War II.
And he did this on purpose. They were purposely...
Yeah, on purpose to make more money, he did shitty parts. And then it's a family reunion, and I haven't seen this reunion. I haven't seen this in 25 years, so I'm maybe getting some of the facts wrong. But I believe all of his sons come back, and they're like, "Dad, you're a shitty dad." And then he realizes that all of the kids who died in World War II were his sons, and he should have felt paternal towards them and not had done what he did.
What? I'm sorry. What did it take for this guy to feel that way?
Maybe one of them committing suicide. I don't know. It's one of those big, everyone yelling at each other plays.
So that was a very popular style.
Let's get everyone in there, like Long Day's Journey into Night. Let's get everyone in a room and have them yell.
Everyone gets a speech.
Yep.
An actor's dream.
Oh, speeches. And by the way, it is not an actor's dream. When you get a big monologue in something, are you ever like, "Oh boy, I cannot wait"? No.
You know there's actors who are...
I'm sure there are, but when you get the pages, aren't you like, oh, fuck, I got to learn a monologue?
Scott, I'm a fraud. Of course I have that reaction.
As am I.
We're all frauds, dear boy.
Are you able to burp on command?
Yes, I don't know.
I command you to burp. It works.
It's gross.
I've never been able to do it.
You're not missing anything.
Well, it's a coveted. It was a coveted skill on the playground in the schoolyard.
Absolutely.
That all my friends could do and I could never do, and they'd be like, "Just swallow some air." Never works. Has never worked for me. I can't cry on command as an actor.
I can't either.
Just an actor.
Can I tell you though? There's sometimes I see actors on television, and I think I can't get it out of my head. I bet he has bad breath.
Yeah, I think about that with just human beings in general.
I think it's when people have certain voices.
Yeah, like a Dennehy type.
No, you know what? I never thought about his breath. Mm-hmm. But I will say, watching Battlestar Galactica,
Edward James
Olmos. I was like, I bet he has bad breath.
And Edward James, by the way, we're big fans. We love your work.
Absolutely.
But
stand and deliver.
Stand and deliver. Yeah, your money, all your life. How great would it have been if that film had that song as its theme song?
That would have been great. And the whole cast sang it at the end.
To camera.
After the credits.
Much like the last American version. No, what am I thinking of? 40-year-old version.
Yes.
Where they sang Age of Aquarius.
That's right. Mm-hmm. That's right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That to me sounds good.
It sounds good to me.
That sounds good to me.
Heard it. I'm bragging.
Check.
I'm bragging that I just heard that clip.
What if every listener had that kind of reaction to every clip?
Oh, that sounds like a horrible curse to live under. That's like
sort of
like
Asperger's.
A compulsion. Yeah.
Heard it. Oh yeah, heard it.
Asperger's.
People are compelled to shout out the name of the disease.
What if you had Asperger's? You had this thing where anytime you exhibited Asperger's behavior, you had to call it out like that,
and you had to make like a slam dunk motion with your hands, like
exactly.
Asperger's.
Of course, you're very fat. Asperger's.
Slam dunk. I have not won yet.
I have won a couple times, but it hasn't.
You've won at my expense as well on a technicality no down boo over.
Technicality no down boo over.
Hey, are you playing Fortnite, by the way?
I've never played it.
Is it? I don't know anything about it. All I know is everyone plays it, and someone does a dance in it.
Everyone plays it. There are dances. These are little emotions.
Is it a game?
It's a game, but then if you do something, you can. A lot of games have this where you can. I forget what God damn, it just came up the other day. There's a thing that you do that you can do after like a little victory move or something.
Celebratory move or something.
And one of them is the Carlton.
The Carlton from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That's right. But as
Speaking of parents not understanding.
As Dave Holmes pointed out on Twitter and caught a lot of heat for it, but he's not wrong. It was started, that move absolutely was created by Belinda Carlisle.
Oh, the Mad About You, of course.
Yeah.
And she
exactly.
Exactly. She did it when I went to see her, Jimmy Pardo and I went to see her recently.
Why wouldn't she do it?
Of course she's going to do it. She's Belinda Carlisle.
She's Belinda goddamn Carlisle.
Of course she's going to do the Carlton.
Then it was stolen by Bruce Springsteen, Dancing in the Dark.
Well, I must say
that modified Belinda.
That was first. Dancing in the Dark was first and then Belinda. Yeah.
Really?
That's just how everyone danced back then, though. I danced like that when I was in junior high.
Did you really?
Yeah. That's like the only, because it feels stupid to like dance funky. You know, when it's the 80s and you're in junior high.
Are you saying funky?
Funky. Funky!
Get in my belly.
Get in my belly, funky.
I kind of remember Scrooge McDuck from when I was a kid.
Right.
I've seen
Carl
images
Banks
of
comics and
stuff.
I
mean, like I've seen images of him around. But
sure,
it's
moving images.
Yeah.
24 per second.
And they do.
Movies.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
When you say him around, what do you mean? Like he's hanging around?
There were comic books and stuff like that. And there's I've seen pictures, like drawings of Scrooge McDuck in things.
Him hanging around.
Disney
him hanging
shit.
out.
What are you doing?
It's just a weird way to put it. I've seen pictures of him around. Like he's hanging out, and someone took a surreptitious picture of him, like, "Ooh, I got one."
It's not pictures of him.
It's like paparazzi, like, "Ooh, I got a Scrooge McDuck."
No. Not pictures of him being around.
That's what it sounds like.
Pictures of him around the world. In life, I've seen pictures of him.
You've seen him around the world.
Scott, you're being willfully obtuse.
Make a pizza. Jizz.
Make a pizza.
Pasta fangu. No, that's not right. That's definitely not right. We're getting into the meat of the matter.
Ooh, matter meat. I love matter meat.
Well, meat is made of matter.
Yeah, as Morrissey sang.
Meat is matter.
Meat is matter. I don't know how that song goes.
A double word and it's matter. The worst Smith song of all time.
Meat is murder?
And I am a huge Smith fan.
You are.
I cannot listen to it. First of all, it has the sounds of animals being killed, right, as a sound bed.
Isn't that also in? Isn't that? It's in that song, that fun song. We Are Young.
We Are Young is the sounds of animals being murdered.
In the background. Don't you hear animals being slaughtered? There's that thing, the bolt they fire into the cow's brain.
We are young. That's fun. Literally. What'd you say? Monkey.
I said yonke.
Yonke. Guys, we're having fun already. This is
we are.
Sorry to all of you listening. Sorry, Gilly. I'm sorry.
An apology so soon.
Apology Tour 2016.
Oh, victory tour. Let's do a victory tour.
Oh, gosh.
We should go back to all the cities we went to on tour and say thank you.
What if the Jacksons, remember when they did their victory tour back in 1985?
Yeah.
What if they had just done Trump speeches and Trump... I don't know how that would work.
If they just rambled, just like, it's great. Jackson 5 is going to be great again. Yeah. That was fun for a while. We don't do that anymore.
I know. You got me on my knees.
Oh, yeah, State of Shock.
Please, baby, please.
The greatest Jackson 5 song.
I actually love that song. That is
State
the
of
greatest.
Shock?
Yeah. I mean, it's the greatest Jackson song.
Is it the Jacksons or is it just Michael Jackson with...
It was the Jacksons with Mick Jagger. And the Jackson 5 had, of course, great songs like ABC and I Want You Back and all that. But then they changed their name to the Jacksons, and they put out maybe 4 or 5 records or so.
Why did they change the name to the Jacksons? Was it to accommodate additional Jacksons, or
I think someone had a bun in the oven that they were hoping for, and then I believe there was a miscarriage, and they were like, you know what?
Oh.
We're stuck with it already.
So it was going to be the original Jackson 5 and a baby.
Yeah, I love that movie.
A newborn infant. Yeah, that movie, the original Jackson 5 and a baby. And then remember, they thought the set was haunted, but it was a cutout of Tito.
HeightWeightNetWorth.com says for Fritz Coleman, how much do you think? And what website is this? HeightWeightNetWorth.com?
Let's say he's.
What do you think a Fritz Coleman should like? What's fair? What's fair? What's fair? What's his weight?
I'm gonna say weighs 190.
He's a thin gentleman.
He's a thin gentleman.
What do you think he has, and what do you think is just, and what do you think he's worth? Like, if you were to hear, what amount would you go like? Yeah, I can see that. He's been working for a while. That's what he deserves.
$12 million
is what he deserves, or what he has.
What he has.
And what do you think he deserves?
$1 million.
Would it surprise you, sir, to say that HeightWeightNetWorth.com?
How wet is he?
Did I say wet?
Soaking?
Splash Mountain level of wetness. $20 million for Fritz Coleman. That's too much.
That's too much.
That's too much, Fritz. By the way, if you've
He's a funny guy.
If you've never listened to Comedy Bang Bang before, and maybe you just were given an iPod, that's always my theory. Someone gets an iPod on Christmas and they go, what is a podcast? Cereal? And then they run out of cereal to listen to, and they go, all right, gotta find something else.
But season 2, though, just started with Bo Bergdorf.
Boy. Who's that?
He's the host of the new season of Cereal.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Really? What happened to whoever her name was?
Oh, I don't know. I think she got murdered, and this is a.
Wait, by the first guy?
Yeah, they're trying to solve her.
They're trying to solve her. That would be the best season 2 of all time.
That's right. Bo Bergdahl, of course, from the supermarket chain and former NFL great.
Yep. Murdered. What's her name?
That's right. Murdered Walter Koenig.
From Star Trek?
That's right.
Chekhov?
Star Trek. By the way, Scott, I know you got business to do.
Yeah.
Tell me this happened when you saw Star Wars. There were 30 minutes of trailers before the movie, right? Because people,
a little less at the ArcLight.
The movie business is like, we have a captive audience. Let's show them everything. They showed a Star Trek trailer before Star Wars, and at the end of it, everyone booed, and it really made me laugh.
A lot of people upset about this new Star Trek trailer, including even Simon Pegg, I guess, a friend of the show who was interviewed recently, and they asked him about the new Star Trek trailer, and his face could not hide his embarrassment about it. And it's purely just because they're using, listen, all y'all, it's a sabotage throughout the entire thing. Right. Because young Kirk plays it when he's like a 5-year-old kid driving around that car or something.
Something like that.
And he's like, remember that time I drove around that car and played that old hundreds of years old song?
Yeah.
I'm going to listen to that the rest of my life.
It's not a great trailer. It's not a great trailer.
I thought it looked all right.
I thought it was funny that the Star Wars audience booed the Star Trek trailer.
Do you think it was because they were at Star Wars and they were booing Star Trek?
Yes.
I think it's because they hated the trailer.
Oh, no. Because there were some other shitty trailers that did not get that treatment.
I just think that there is a big backlash against that trailer. That particular trailer.
Perhaps you're right.
Maybe, I don't know. Let's agree to disagree. Maybe it was just people going, this is Star Wars, not Trek.
I think that's what it was, Scott.
I think people who like Star Wars like Star Trek, though, too.
Of course there's crossover. Scott, darling, of course there is.
It's all in the stars, my dear boy. One's a long time ago, one's in the future.
Exactly.
What if they're both in the same universe? You know what I mean? Like,
what if we're in the same universe as both of them?
Well, obviously we're in the same universe as Star Trek.
Is it obvious? Because
in Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home, they come back here.
There are multiple universes, though.
That's right. This is the multiple universe theory.
That's
with
right.
The new Star Trek. So anyway,
this is what it is. The multiple universe theory is there might be a different universe other than Star Trek. There are many species of plants named Wandering Jew, by the way.
Okay, there are?
Yes.
Like it's such a popular name.
There's 3 that are known as a Wandering Jew. There's And then there's 3 plants and 4 day flowers, which I've never heard of.
What are day flowers?
They're like vampire flowers that can survive during the day.
A lot of botanists out there screaming at their podcast machines.
And then at the end, other plants known as Wandering Jew include 2 more. Wow. People really wanted to name plants Wandering Jew.
Why? This is bizarre.
I don't know.
Just call it some...
How many plants are named Rumpelstiltskin?
None. And yet, we'll name a plant after this slur. We'll name 8 plants after it. I don't know.
Don't get me started on fan theories and how much I despise them.
But do you think there are fan theories about this show?
I do. I think there's fan theories about everything.
Yeah, there probably are. About like what hot dog's up to or what's going to be next with
the Bible.
Mm-hmm, the Bible. What a fan I am of the Bible as well.
Big fan.
Big fan.
2 Corinthians.
You know those comic conventions for the Bible they have every Sunday?
Yep.
Sometimes people come in costume.
That's right. That's how popular the Bible is. There's cons every week.
Yeah, not just during the summer, not once a year.
All over the country.
It's incredible.
God bless you.
If you haven't got a hey penny,
well, God bless you.
God bless you as well. Yeah. Also, if you sneeze.
Do you think
God bless you.
Do you think that is meant sarcastically?
I think so.
Like, if you haven't
we've talked about it.
Have we? I know it's going before.
We talked about it on this best of
God bless
last
you.
year.
Okay, fair enough.
Beirut is on fire.
We don't need no water. Let the motherfucker burn.
Wandering Jew curse. Wandering Jew curse to me. At the stroke of midnight, you must kiss someone.
You must kiss.
And if someone tries to kiss you, you must submit.
You must accept it. You submit. You go to a party with a bunch of randos, and
there's nothing more. Oh, I hate nothing more than randos.
And if you, at the stroke of midnight, I'm talking about the very stroke.
The very stroke.
Is it? I never got this. Is it when at chime 12 or at the stroke meeting at chime at 1? Midnight is, they time those bongs out to the last one is when midnight is. Is that right, or is it the first one?
No, they as soon as it strikes.
That midnight. Is
that's Happy New Year. That's when everyone screams their fucking heads
I know
off.
Midnight is when Happy New Year is.
Hey.
I'm saying when...
No. I know. We're saying the same. We're on the same side.
Okay.
I'm saying as soon as that minute hand hits the 12.
That's when they start the 12
everyone
bongs?
That's when they start the 12 bongs. But everyone goes crazy at bong number 1.
That's what So at Big Ben, say you have...
At Big Ben?
3 bongs at Big Ben.
Oh man, can you imagine?
Can you imagine having 3 bongs at Big Ben?
3 bongs at Big Ben?
Oh fuck! We are potheads.
We're total potheads.
You can tell from our accurate renditions of what a bong sounds like.
I love doing pot through a bong.
So it's at the so you don't wait for the 12. It's at the first one is when the time is.
Yeah, because you've done a countdown already.
Well, I know the countdown and all that. I'm just saying,
Scott, I'm not saying you don't know these things.
I'm just saying,
damn it.
Big Ben, you're in England.
Scott, you're fighting me at every turn.
I think we're saying the same thing, but I want to get hyper specific.
I'm trying to, and you keep shooting me down.
You're in England. You hear Big Ben go.
You get your passport.
You probably have to do that. Yes. It's very strict nowadays.
You have the idea to go there.
Before that, you hear about it.
Your parents meet.
Before that, Jesus.
Your mother, Jesus, is born.
Jesus is born. Saves everybody. Before that, even. Caveman. Discovers fire.
The star brightly shining.
But Big Ben, it's 3:00. Big Ben goes bong, and it's going to do 2 more. You know, it's 3:00 right when they go bong.
Yeah,
not bong.
But you still have to wait out the other 2.
Sure.
You got to stand there, and go fucking dumbass.
But this is one of the only episodes of the show that I've listened to twice.
Really? Yes. Thanks a lot, I guess. All right, let's go to Weird Slam.
It wasn't a song. What are you talking about?
Why should you even listen to them
I don't
once?
have fucking time to go back and listen to all this shit more than once. I listened to it once.
You were there in the once. That's the thing.
I didn't have to listen to it ever again.
That's how I feel. In making these clips, I hear these episodes for the first time since we actually
You have
them.
no right to say that's how I feel.
This is 1 week after the previous
How long?
episode. It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Bam, bam, chickadee China, the Chinese chicken.
Wait, 1 week after the previous episode.
After a good night in the morning.
So October, November, it's a wash.
Oh, no one like those.
No one like those, man.
No one like those.
Don't hear me now.
So 2 episodes in a row that wound up on your top 15. So
Your top 15.
Not my shit. Have confidence, sir.
I will, sir.
Well, thank you, sir.
Well, do not make me thrash you within an inch of your life with my ivory-tipped cane.
You're a lot like the one of the guys in third base who carry around an ivory-tipped cane with a knife.
No, it's not the first time
disguised in it.
Yes.
Engineer Doug liked that reference.
The MC Search, was he in third base?
He was, but that was not the man I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of Pete. Who am I thinking of? Engineer Doug.
Pete.
What a great hip-hop name.
Quite
Pete.
a hip-hop name. Pete.
Hey, I'm Pete.
Yo, what's up? I'm Pete.
All right, Paul, let's get right to it.
All right, Scott.
What was that?
I don't know. There was a weird noise.
Engineer Cody Sam slipped out the back jack. He didn't mean to be coy, Roy, but...
Okay.
All right. They've all been from pre-episode 500, which is sort of where the demarcation point. There's
Prefontaine.
Prefontaine.
And there's
course.
Post-Fontaine.
That's what the other movie about Prefontaine should have been called,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Post-Fontaine.
Him in heaven. He can run as much as he wants.
But angels fly faster. And they're always like, ha.
So true. Wow, that sounds like hell.
It might be hell. Rest in power.
What about rest in poutine for Canadian people?
Hey, I like it. Rest in Putin.
Rest in Putin. Putin. Remember
Wouldn't be Putin.
George W. Bush would say
Wouldn't be Putin.
Wouldn't be. Nagada.
Nagada.
Oh, we're like shit through a goose.
Do geese shit a lot? Is that why that express? Or I guess when you're watching a goose, it's just like shitting constantly.
They
right?
can't hold their grain. They love grain, but they can't.
It just goes right through them.
It goes right through them like
Diarrhea geese. Diarrhea.
Is it that? I don't know that it's.
When you're
well said, Scott.
Sliding into home and you're feeling all that foam.
Diarrhea. I think it's said. It's not so much that they shit all the time.
Why is that? Can I ask? Why? What is the convergence of diarrhea and baseball? That rhyme.
You really don't know?
No,
you really don't know.
No, I don't. Why?
Scott, this is absurd.
Why did that rhyme? I don't understand. Like diarrhea when you when you're coming into first and you feel your trousers burst. Why? Who was like, listen, I got an idea. Let's imagine baseball players have diarrhea.
Now look, I'm a baseball fan.
Sure.
So I know this.
You're Mr. Baseball.
This is they call me Mr. Baseball. And this is maybe a little inside that game.
Sure. Just like a pitch might be at certain points.
In order to perform at the peak
at the level these guys are
level.
At. Yeah.
They all have diarrhea.
Is it because of their dietary?
Yes.
I see. And the certain medications that one has to take?
Yes.
They're basically all on speed.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Diarrhea speed.
The speed at which diarrhea passes through.
See, that's the thing. I don't think it's that goose shit all the time. It's that they shit so quickly.
They're just like, there it goes.
Yeah.
So that's what it was. People were like, looked at that and said, wow, they shit so fast.
Have you ever seen a goose like settle down with a magazine on a toilet? No, you haven't.
And we'll never know.
Well, it's impossible to know. We'll find out in heaven when we all die and are judged by our Lord Jesus Christ.
I'm looking so forward to that.
It's taking so long.
I want to see everything. I want to see who actually shot JFK.
Yeah.
That magic bullet.
Yeah.
Bullet time. I want to see who.
I want to see who invented magic bullets.
Who shot at Keanu Reeves in The Matrix.
Yeah. We never knew.
We never found that out. Found out a lot of other bullshit.
You can rewind
in those
all
movies.
you want. Yeah. Oh my God.
The
Rave.
Does not list height or weight, apparently. Too bad.
I bet I'm right, though.
I bet you are right. Does not list amount of wetness either.
Point, flat hand, fist.
Point, flat hand,
Fist.
What if he just said that?
And there was no promo for anything, not about the weather, nothing. It just came up on him. Dun, 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 dun. Point. Flathead. Fist. Dallas Raines, if you're listening, and I'm undoubtedly...
Please, Dallas.
You can be a Twitter snitch about this.
Yes.
Send this to him. If you're listening, just do that one time.
Please, Dallas.
One time.
Please. Who cares?
No
right?
one would be that mad at you.
No,
You're an
they
institution.
would love it. It would go viral.
It would go viral. It's just you saying, point, flathead, fist. It would be amazing.
Also, come on the show.
Come on the show, and we'll have you do it on the
dish.
show. We'll dish about what you think about Fritz. Fucking douchebag.
Oh my God.
20 million though.
It really made you mad.
It's me off the leash.
Do you feel like you're on a leash when you do the show normally?
I'm constantly on a leash, and I hate it.
You feel like, I should really keep this show moving along and make sure everything makes sense.
Dollars and cents, my dear boy. That said, this is
the great Natalie Walker, who is a terrific actress.
Didn't you do a show in New York with
I
her
did.
recently?
That's right. She guested on Spontaneous Nation.
You sang Shallow with her.
We sang Shallow together, yes.
Yeah.
She posted a video either last Christmas or a couple Christmases ago.
Last Christmas, she posted a video.
That's right. She
writes the
songs
that make the whole world sing. Do you have a similar distaste for, not to get too off track, but for the music of the early 70s and mid 70s?
No, I don't.
Really?
I don't. I think because I'm a little bit older than you.
I guess I mean those particular, the schmaltzy elevator-ish. Barry Manilow-ish.
I guess like a love-hate thing, because there is something that's somewhat comforting about them. I don't like them as songs necessarily.
What about like hey, won't you play another somebody done somebody wrong song?
Make me feel at home while I miss my baby. While I miss my baby.
Is it while?
I'm going to be, make me feel at home while I miss my baby.
Make me feel at home while I miss my baby.
Here's my agenda for today. Missing my baby.
And someone making me feel home.
I'm going to be out and about. So if you could make me feel at home while I miss my baby.
Is he doing errands during this song?
Solid, yeah. He's multitasking. He's driving all around, picking up prescriptions. He's dropping off at dry cleaning. He's dropping off at dry cleaning.
Oh, Mangione.
Mangione, why don't you drop off at the dry cleaning?
Chuck Mangione.
Chuck Mangione. Feels so good. Now that's a great song.
What song is that? How's that go?
It's an instrumental.
Okay. He was the king of the trumpet instrumentals, was he not?
He was the king of the trumpet instrumentals.
What's another one of his?
1929. The world on the brink of disaster, but Chuck Mangione was entertaining everyone into the grave.
Didn't he do?
That feels so good.
Yeah. Oh, is that feel so good? I thought I was doing the Price is Right theme there for a second.
There's some overlap. There's some overlap. That would be a great mashup.
Oh, Hulk mashup.
Why isn't there a DJ who wears a big Hulk head?
Yes, DJ Hulk head. Hulk mashup. Every song.
Every song.
God. Why are we giving away this idea?
It's true.
We could be the new Daft Punk.
We could both be that DJ.
Right. I did hear
if you wear a mask.
I did hear about Daft Punk that when they play live or do any sort of promotional appearance, be in a video or anything, it is never them.
That makes sense.
It is always just like two random dudes that they hire to do this all the time.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
That's the advantage of wearing a mask.
This is the advantage of wearing a mask.
I also heard Mike Myers on Halloween when he kills all those people. Not him. It's just someone he hires.
Now, Paul, there are, of course, people who are imitating the way that we do this show, I'm sure, just like constant yelling, blah, blah, blah.
Well, that's most podcasts.
That's most podcasts is people constantly yelling to be heard. That's what you're going to get with this. There's nothing educational about our show. It's a bunch of fucking flim-flam and bullshit, but at least it's going to pass the time and it'll be fun for you. That's a good way to think of this show, right?
Imagine if this podcast were in a box. That would be on the back of the box.
Right. Yeah, look, it's a bunch of flim-flam.
And bullshit.
A bunch of bullshit.
But at least it passes the time.
Thank you to Pam Greer's legs for that. Hey, paying attention to a different part of her body.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I guess. Hey, welcome to Comedy Bang Bang.
Pam Greer's legs. 2 minutes later.
This is what we do.
This is what we do. It's the song Coming Up Close by Till Tuesday.
Really?
Yeah, that album I love. I think it's called Welcome Home. What is the name? I can't remember the name of the album now.
I don't know. Engineer Cody Sam, please look up.
I'll look it up. I was right. Welcome Home.
Welcome Home. So it's about the Olive Garden, like a concept album?
Yeah,
about the Olive Garden.
It's all about the Olive Garden. My favorite track is Your Family. Parentheses when you're here.
Pasteliano. Well, no, what was the festival that when I worked at the Olive Garden, I was a waiter at the Olive Garden?
Oh!
Hospitaliano. That's what it was. The Hospitaliano Festival. Pew! Pew! By the way, I'm shooting a gun at you. Pew!
Oh,
pew.
I thought you were trying to communicate.
No, I'm trying to murder
a language
you.
that doesn't matter.
Pew! Pew! Hey, come on, Paul. But in any case, so...
Look how sad Chewbacca looks on this box of tissues.
Okay, we have a box of tissues in the room, and it's Star Wars themed.
Yeah.
And I believe stormtroopers are on approximately 75% of
There's a stormtrooper. There's Kylo Ren.
Is that Kylo Ren?
And it's our old friend, Baldroid.
Oh, Baldroid. Now, we've been through a lot of
tissues,
different
emotions.
Episodes and emotions.
Yes.
We've been through rage,
denial, anger,
acceptance,
bargaining.
Oh, yeah. Bargaining. That's
despair.
My favorite. Tell you what. Okay. If you don't kill me.
How's this sound? You bring my mom back from the dead.
We've been going through a lot of episodes, and this has been a lot of fun. We've done 15, then we went to 14, and
That's
then 13. Smash cut to 12.
If I'm not much mistaken, we continue to 11. Then fade to 10. Then a leisurely stroll over to 9.
Mm-hmm. Flashback to 8.
Flash forward
7.
To 7.
And then number 6 with a bullet.
Number 5 is alive.
Number 4 on the floor.
Number 3, don't
yet.
tell me.
Don't tell me because we haven't done it yet. We're about to do it, as a matter of fact.
This is how we do it.
Science! Is it the Gordian Knot?
The Gordian Knot,
yes. Of course. Yeah.
Impossible to untie unless you just cut that shit in half.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That, to me, that is, instead of a big lesson about how to solve problems, that's like the first guy who decided to be smart. No one thought to cut this thing till then. Like
this guy breaks the rules. Right?
I guess, but that's like, now we're all so smart. If there was a knot you could barely untie, you'd spend like 30 seconds trying to untie it, and then you'd get some scissors, right?
I mean, it depended on what if it was like your shoes.
Maybe not scissers, yeah.
Well, maybe you would. If you had backup laces, you'd be like, I'm just going to start from scratch.
How many backup laces do you keep at your house, by the way?
I have, it's not a steamer trunk, but it's like a mid-sized suitcase.
Okay.
Filled with shoelaces.
Just filled with laces. And are they packets of laces that are bunched up so where you can just loose laces?
Like they're probably all in knots, frankly, and it's a mess.
Wow.
Yeah. So I got to take all those.
Are you a hoarder?
Well, I mean, I don't think so because I think I need a lot of pill bottles. I need pill bottles, newspapers, cat skeletons.
Oh, God. A lot of animal deaths.
I need them.
One of the nicest houses I've ever been in.
It was amazing.
It's crumazing.
It was crumbelievable. Now I feel bad that I coughed on all the pillows.
That's true. Well, maybe they can avoid them like the plague.
Well, they should. And
I love that. I think we did that on What I Did for Love, maybe the chorus line when I was in choir in high school. I think it was like, gone, love is never gone, as we travel on.
That's beautiful.
It really is.
I don't even need to hear the rest of the song.
Did you, when you were in choir, did you, I mean, this is how you drum those melodies into you is you work with the piano player and they plunk out just your part and you have to memorize just your part.
I've for years, and I still work with Evan Schletter and try in order for me to learn a harmony, I have to listen to it over and over and over again, like I'm being brainwashed in a cult.
Right. Yes.
I have to. There's no other way. I don't pick up on them quickly.
Right.
And so Eben will like sometimes try to give me a note if we're rehearsing or something.
Right.
It's like that doesn't help me at all.
Right. But a
pitch pipe sort of works for me.
It is interesting though, because if you hear it along with everyone else's part, it's very difficult to learn.
Yes.
So you just have to hear it.
You have to isolate it.
Like it's the melody of the song. So
you gotta keep them separated. Hey, hey.
Oh, give it to me, baby. All right. We're going to be counting down the top Offspring songs.
I think we just did.
Numbers 1 and 2 with a bullet.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
It's pretty fly for a white guy. Great.
Do you remember where you were when you first heard?
Just the three of us.
Building castles in the sky.
We're going to try.
Yeah, I was right here.
Oh, right. Wait, you were here?
Yeah.
You were listening to it? Oh, wait, you hadn't heard it before?
I don't listen to this shit.
You don't listen to this every week?
The fuck, are you kidding me?
What are we doing this for?
I got better shit to do, man.
What do you have to do?
Kiss girls.
You're kissing a lot of girls?
Yeah, man. I'm out there kissing girls all the time.
Oh, man, I wish I was you. You're so cool.
I'm a pretty cool guy.
Well, look, can I ask you a question? What is your story going to be in 2018? I don't mean the Instagram story. I don't mean Snapchat story.
No. My story in 2018 will probably be, just a guy who can't get his legal stuff straight. He's not good at it, and he can't hire a lawyer, and so he's a failure.
Okay, well, it doesn't have to be that way, Paul.
It doesn't?
No, let me throw you a lifeline.
Please.
Comedy bang.
Comedy. Comedy blah.
Comedy blah. Ho ho. Blah. Comedy blah. We're back.
Hello.
Hello. Blah. Are you excited? This is a good one.
So excited.
Can you hide it?
I'm hiding it from you right now.
Okay. We may have talked about this on a previous episode.
I'm doing a bad job by telling you that I'm excited. That's not good hiding.
So, Paul, right off the bat, you're on the countdown here. You're in the first episode.
Right off the bat, man.
Right off the bat. Why don't we hear
the
it?
Batman.
The batting gentleman.
He's
the
so
Batman.
scary.
Oh, he strikes terror into the hearts of criminals.
Oh, I'm cowardly and superstitious.
You're part of that lot that is.
Yeah, so I heard that there was this giant bat that was he was punishing pickpockets and purse snatchers.
That's right. When you think about it, by the way, speaking of the Batman, Batman is a rich guy.
Yeah.
Who goes out there and knocks heads around of poor people who are just trying to make ends meet.
Yeah.
And sure, they're crimes.
Yeah.
But it's basically like a rich guy beating up poor people.
Yeah. That's
Great.
right.
Great stuff.
Yeah. Because not everybody was a crazy costumed villain.
Mm-hmm.
In the early days of Batman, he was just straight up
beating up poor
muggers
people.
And stuff like that. Yeah.
And spending his millions and now billions, if not trill, of dollars just buying cars in order to beat up people.
Do you think Batman is a trillionaire?
He, if Lil Wayne is now,
Why not Bruce Wayne?
Why not? Yes, that's right.
Sorry to blow up your spot, Batman.
By the way, when Bruce Wayne heard Lil Wayne, did he think that everyone was talking about himself? When they were like, I love Lil Wayne.
And he thought they were being very dismissive of him.
Right.
It's not very respectful.
And they were talking about how he was drinking lean. Mm-hmm. Did Bruce Wayne think it was himself?
Do you think Bruce Wayne drinks scissor?
I think he might. It's the only way to keep himself up all night.
Right?
Bashing these heads.
Doesn't it make you sleepy though, scissor?
Scissor it might. I don't know. Or I don't know.
I think it's a downer.
I'm not a huge fan. I'm a big fan.
You'll do it socially, but you won't.
Ooh, mama. Okay, so that's coming up. You know what I've been seeing lately in these AMC theaters? AMC is a chain. I don't know if it's national or if it's just local to California.
I don't know.
But they have an advertisement before
I think on the East Coast it's called Hellman's.
They have an advertisement before the program, before the main presentation, where it has a guy with a phone coming in, and the usher tells him to leave his viral videos. It's like, leave your texts, your emails, and your viral videos outside the... Who in their right mind is watching a viral video during a movie?
And also, what about regular videos that haven't gone viral?
That's right.
Are you allowed to watch those all you want?
Are you only allowed to watch drunk history?
Yeah. Oh, this cat video, nobody cared about it, so I guess I'm free to watch it.
In the Hallmark movie, you would be the boyfriend that gets dumped.
Yes, I would, because, or I would be the boyfriend who needs to learn a lesson because I'm too focused on work. Why did I mispronounce that? Also, in the Skinemax movie, I would be the husband that the wife would want to experiment with the gardener on.
Yeah.
Because he's always like, honey, I gotta go off to the office. Sorry, babe.
The lesser numbers are actually greater in stature.
According to you, the audience.
According to Jim as well.
He weighs in. Now, Jim Belushi weighs in on these.
Does. We keep strict counsel with him.
Yeah.
We always check in with Jim.
Yeah.
Regarding these.
He seems like a guy, Jim Belushi seems like a guy who would begin a lot of sentences with, you know what you should do?
You look like him when you...
Ew! How dare you?
No, but you made a face just like him. It was uncanny. I wish
like
we had
a sort of super condescending face.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like your face transformed into him when you said that.
It's like a face that says, I think you're stupid, and I'm generously offering to help you out.
Right, yeah. I just tried to do it, and I did. Yeah, man, you look just like him. What were you going to say, though? Sorry to keep interrupting.
Kill yourself.
Oh, boy. According to Jim, I should kill myself. Do you think he says according to Jim a lot? Like talks about himself in the third person?
Why wouldn't he?
Jim, if you're listening, come on the show. We have so many questions for you.
According to us.
Hello. We'll see if I'm back with Michael Jackson. He made it on the countdown. Spoiler alert, it does not.
I think maybe on one hand I could count the times that he hasn't done the show.
So, try to do it. So how many? Are we talking 20 and you can do it on one hand? Oh, crippling.
I can't. Okay, I'll be honest.
That's going to ruin your flat hand.
I can't ever get up to 4 without experiencing intense crippling pain.
Yeah, it's that middle finger. You've been using it too much.
Yeah.
Flipping the bird.
I'm in traffic a lot. Anyway.
Tonight's traffic at 11.
Point Flathead Fist.
We recorded this on August 1st.
We were in, I'm going to say we were in Australia.
No.
Oh, we were in Montreal?
Montreal. Oh, Pepe.
Pepe Le Frog.
Pepe Le Frog. Rebeat Zigile. Boy, that crazy, huh?
That crazy.
That shit cray.
I mean, cray.
That shit cray.
Cray.
No, that was a very fun clip, very fun show to do. Went very nuts there at the end.
Nuts is not even the word for it.
Mm-hmm.
It went Looney Tunes.
Mm-hmm. That's 2 words for it.
It went shithouse.
It was built like a brick shithouse.
It's built like a brick shithouse, which contained a crazy rat.
Paul, we got to talk about it.
Do we have to talk about Bill Withers and how sad his name is?
When you think about it, come up with a stage name, Bill.
Boy, oh boy. It's bleak.
Bill decomposing. Come on, Withers.
Oh, like my favorite video of that fox.
Oh, I love that video.
I love that fox
whenever I'm having a bad day, I just turn on that video of the fox decomposing. Yeah. And I'm like, wow, that's going to be me someday.
Exactly. Someday soon, fingers crossed.
Really puts it in perspective.
Yeah.
I was in such a frustrating situation because I'm trying to communicate with the production staff, and I ended up being an hour late, which was mortifying.
Calendar hour.
One of your Earth hours. And
wait a minute. Hold on a second.
An hour.
What did you just say?
An hour, like we both say.
Can I ask you a question?
Can I see you in the kitchen?
Can I see you in the kitchen for a second? Are you an alien?
Yes.
Oh, whoa.
Yo, I mean.
You have to tell me legally.
Undocumented.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Build that wall.
Build that lock her up. What a day.
What a day indeed.
What a day.
What a day it was.
Sometimes, and this is not telling tales out of school, but sometimes I'll tape 3 episodes in a row.
That's nuts.
And what's weird is the third one is not
good.
No, you would think the third one would be terrible, but it usually varies. It's usually like, oh man, that middle one was terrible, but the first one, who knows?
Sometimes the punchiness, it's fun.
Sometimes it's fun. It's
you break down barriers. You're shooting down the walls of heartache.
Bang, bang.
I am the warrior.
Shooting down the walls of heartache. Comedy, bang, bang. She should do a remake.
That's fun. She should do a remake for you.
Just for me personally.
Yeah.
She's just singing it in my face.
How much you
with
think
her onion breath.
How much? Why do you assume she has
onion breath? I just assume she has onion breath. Shouldn't it go 1 through 10, but the 10 is the best?
Yeah.
It's very confusing. I'm reading basically I'm reading backwards on my notes from here about all this stuff. I have to go from the bottom of the page up.
Who is the time?
It doesn't make any sense.
That's why when they do countdowns for spacecraft blasting off,
when they say 5, 4, 3, nose 1.
Yeah, it seems like such a. I think everybody gets disappointed, especially because they go all the way down to 0.
Yeah, they do, and sometimes they go to -1.
Yeah,
it's confusing these days.
That's why in television, I didn't realize they go to -1 these days.
They do, yeah. It's crazy. They passed that law.
Has like a rocket started to take off at 1?
Yeah, it's been like wait. It's been like, and then it goes and then it goes back down.
I feel like you can feel the air go out of the room.
Yeah.
When it gets down to 0.
Because all of those guys in NASA who clutch their pens and stare at the computer screens like hoping that the space shuttle doesn't. Nothing goes wrong with it,
Yeah, well, they'll get fired.
Yeah, that's the worst thing that happens.
After the Challenger exploded, oh, man.
Heads rolled.
Oh, people got shit canned. Guy had to go home to his wife with his cardboard box full of
Friday Night Lights. Oh, if only 3, 2, 1 Contact were about the crucifixion of Jesus every week and the science behind it. Science!
They crucified me with science?
Can you imagine the scientists behind crucifixion? If we put nails in this guy's hands.
Were there people that considered themselves scientists, like that use that title? Like,
I don't know.
In ancient Judea?
Yeah, at what Bible point times? Was the term scientist coined?
When was science itself coined? When did that
during the Renaissance, perhaps?
Oh, the Renaissance.
I fancy myself a bit of a Renaissance man. I don't know if I've ever told you that.
No, you've seen that movie.
Renaissance
Danny
Man?
DeVito.
Which one?
Danny DeVito.
Is that Renaissance Man?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I'm thinking Bicentennial Man.
He joins the army or something.
Oh, right. Paul should.
Paul should.
A new contraction. Oh, I'm so glad we came up with one. Pulsion. Paulsh''D.
That's right.
We were talking about new contractions with the both on an episode a couple of weeks ago.
That's right.
And I realized something. I realized that there is one. Never is kind of a contraction, isn't it? For not ever. And however is also for how and ever.
How and ever?
Yes, how and ever. But never is not ever. But they've taken the apostrophe out of it.
What's ever?
Not meaning, is that a contraction?
Else and ever.
Else and ever. Another new contraction. Else and ever.
What's the shortest
like else and ever
contraction? It's.
It's.
The shortest contraction?
I believe that's the shortest one. I mean, there isn't. I don't believe that there is a 2-letter.
What about eyes? Like eyes going down to the store.
That is still 3 letters, I believe. I''SE.
Oh, I thought it was just.
Oh,
I am. I'm eating dog food.
At that point, why bother?
Yeah.
I'm.
Yeah.
Just say I am.
Yeah.
Is it just for song lyrics so that they can fit the meter?
I think even with I am, you can.
I am there when they crucified my Lord. I am there when they crucified my Lord. She'll be crucified, my Lord.
She'll be crucified, my Lord.
She'll be crucified, my Lord, when she comes.
When she comes, she'll be nailing him.
Oh, we're about to get into the details.
We really were. That's
Magazine.
all. But we're not scientists.
We're not. Science!
Let me ask you.
Go ahead. I mean, hey, what do I give a shit if you ask me something? I don't care. Go ahead.
Ooh, you sound like you're protesting a little bit too much.
I mean,
methinks.
I'm not hiding anything. You go ahead and shoot. I'll take any question.
Okay, now you really sound like you're hiding something.
Hiding what? What could a guy like me possibly be hiding?
I don't know, but
I'm an open book. Like... I've lived a good life.
Are you an alien?
Yes.
We're both aliens?
We're both aliens. Why haven't we talked about this before?
You got me.
Yep. I'm one of the best. You've been had by one of the best.
Yeah. I've also been had by the rest.
That's true.
Yeah.
So you've been had by everyone. Wow.
Yeah.
You're gullible.
I am dumb. Oh. Are we from the same planet, do you think?
Well, hold on. Let's see. What's your planet like?
Gorplox 5.
Gorplox 4.
Oh, so close.
Yeah. I hate Gorplox 5.
When you ask me what it's like that.
Oh, it's like it.
I'm from Gorplox 4.
Oh, okay. So am I.
Oh, okay. Great.
Oh, great. We love each other.
But haven't you ever noticed how much it's like Gorplox 5?
It's so much alike, and yet I hate them. Isn't that interesting?
I want to destroy them. And Earth.
Hey, I'm right there with you, buddy. Boy, that crazy, huh?
That crazy.
That shit cray.
I mean,
That shit cray.
cray.